Hey, Steve Horniak here. We're talking about the Enneagram and acting. And today we're talking about type 4, the Individualist. And indicative of the Individualist is that they are victims. If you know them in your life, they can come from kind of a victim standpoint on things, that things are being done to them. In drama, that is certainly true. By some antagonistic force, things are being done to them. And so is true of Killers of the Flower Moon. Lily Gladstone, she's a type 4. So is the role that she played in that movie of the Osage woman who's wealthy because they've found oil underneath her land. And so what happened in those times was that white men came from all over to marry these Osage women to kind of collect their money. You know, they controlled the money, but the men married them to become wealthy. And what happens is she marries Leo DiCaprio. He systematically starts to dismantle her family. He's trying to get all the money to come to him, all her sibling money to come to him, and it's pretty horrific, and it's a wonderful movie. The point here is that Martin Scorsese, amazing director, amazingly done. The period is incredible. The sets, the costumes, the acting, everything's great. I had one little problem, and that is that there's a moment in this movie where Leo is driving her around, and she says something in the Osage language, and he says, I don't know what that means, but if you're talking about me, it must mean handsome devil. She laughs. And a lot was made of this moment in the movie when they were doing interviews for the movie about how they had this relationship, and he did some improvisation, and she laughed at him. She thought it was really charming. However, for me, it didn't carry into the movie as much as it could have. And we saw that one moment, then we see a moment of them making love. It seems a little bit obligatory. It doesn't seem like like she's really that into it. Seems like she's doing it just to satisfy him. And so what happens in this movie is that we go through and we go, why did she let him do this to her? At some point he's poisoning her to death. And she finds out, and she starts to recover, and she gets really mad at him. Now, what they say happened later on in the real story was that even though all of this had been perpetrated upon her, she still was in love with the guy. And I didn't see that quite as much as I wanted to see it in the movie. So, Lily did not win the Academy Award. And I'm going to make a very bold statement and say that's maybe one of the reasons why. She wasn't given enough of an opportunity to really show her heart there and what she had, the absolute love she had for the guy. And then therefore I think it hurt her when it came time to look at whose performance was the best. Just my opinion. Lily Gladstone, look out for her, because she's going to play those other 4 roles, and we're going to see how she does them in different ways, and hopefully not too victim-y as we move forward from here. Thanks.